Everybody give it up for Kevin tonight. He's doing an amazing job. Yeah, welcome to Bike Rack and to our Brew Room session. This has just been a lot of fun. And again, we're here to hear the artist. We're here to hear the stories. And so I hope you guys are enjoying this. Kevin, I want to ask you a few questions, man. Tell me what, was there a moment, something in your just story in which you decided to move this from a hobby to a career?
Yeah, I mean, grew up singing in church and in choir and stuff like that. And it was just kind of it was obviously an interest and it was fun and I really liked it. I think where it became more was probably in high school. They're telling you, get prepared for college and, start applying for scholarships. And all my friends were doing that and sending all this stuff in. And I just had it all just seemed like a different world. Like I just didn't even understand how to even begin to pursue that. Meanwhile, my friends and I are, playing music and writing music and, playing locally and getting somewhat of a good local following. And so that was going well. And I remember talking with my friend Clint, who was our first drummer, and just being like, man, he had a full ride scholarship to the U of A for percussion, and he, turned that down. And we all were just like, this is what we're supposed to do. It was just kind of a knowing, like, this is what we're made to do.
Yeah.
And so we just caught a lucky break and had a band come through from Nashville and said, hey, we like you and we want you to come and do a demo. And just from there, a producer heard us and got signed to a label from there. So it was kind of a decision and kind of just like nothing else makes sense, and this is what's in our heart to do. And we're just gonna make it work and go for it. So
yeah, your parents were thrilled that you were like, I'm not gonna go apply for all these scholarships.
Yeah.
College schmollage.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So tell us, what is the most challenging thing about creating original music?
I think for me, the most challenging thing nowadays, before the internet and before, Al Gore graced us with the internet.
Thank you, Al.
Thanks, Al.
You could write a song and not have anything to compare it to and be like, this is awesome. But I think the most damaging thing for songwriters now is just the comparison. There's so much amazing music out there that it's the constant critique of, is it as good as someone else? Is it as just that compare and contrast of like, well, that's already being done. I can't do that. That's amazing. I could never be this or be that. And just that, I think a lot of songwriters get into that comparison trap where they never create anything because they're too afraid that someone else is already doing it or someone else is better. And so I've definitely had that happen to where, that'll completely paralyze you. You can't be creative if you are trying to be something you're not or live up to someone else's expectations. So I think the greatest challenge of songwriting is just to allow yourself to be authentic and real. And if it comes out terrible, it comes out terrible, but it's what's on your heart and it's the expression that you have and just being yourself, knowing who you are. And I think that's probably the greatest challenge.
That's good advice. Cause I'm sure, music is so tangible and I can listen to whatever I want. There's all kinds of stuff out there, and so there's a lot of, the comparison game, I'm sure, is it's a big struggle. So this is about you guys. How much does the audience play into you performing or an artist performing? Like, how important is their role?
Oh, huge. It's super important. I was always super shy growing up, and one-on-one situations were terrible. I was really awkward, but put me in front of people and I was comfortable, and seemed like the more people, the more comfortable. And I think it's just because of the energy that comes with, a group of people being in a united purpose for something, even something as simple as you guys are all coming to listen to some music, and we appreciate you being here, but you all came for one reason. Maybe you just came to get a beer and you happened to hear some music, but now you're in the room.
Either way.
So we're all here for a certain reason. And so just having that, that vibe, that feel of, we're all here for something, is always super important. And yeah, the crowd, the crazier you get, the crazier I get. If you start shouting, I'm gonna start trying some stuff.
Do it.
Doing some moshing here in the brew room.
Sure.
I could lose my job over that, Kevin.
I'm sorry.
Everybody settle down.
Worth it.
Okay, man. Hey. Lastly, just a funny story, like something that's happened to you while performing, while doing music, or on the road, or whatever.
Oh gosh.
That is just, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot, but something just super embarrassing that's just going to make us all feel really good about ourselves.
One time, so being the lead singer, I always had to be cool, so you have to let the band go out first, and you don't go out on stage because you're important.
Yeah.
And so you're waiting backstage, and they start the intro music, and
Like a professional wrestler.
yes, like
Okay.
professional. Yeah. And so they start the intro music, they're all, up there sound checking, lights are off, and there's like a certain moment where I know I have to go in order to be at the mic in time, because I don't want to be out there a second more than I have to, So I want to step up right when it's my time. So the song starts, I go to step up, and I go into the ground. Like, it's a raised stage, but it's all dark backstage, and there was a hole in the stage, and I just step, and the next thing I know, I'm up to my armpits, and I'm stuck in this thing. And so I'm clamoring, my part has, where I'm supposed to start singing, they're looking for me, the crowd's like, what's going on? And I'm just trying to crawl out of this hole. So by the time I get to the stage, it's into the first verse, and it was so awkward.
Yes.
So cool.
That's amazing. Did anybody see that happen, in the back?
No, that's the best part. It's just me and myself in a hole, just clamoring. Yeah.
That's good. Hey, man, I'm glad you're here, and your posse is here as well.
Yeah.
And glad you guys are here tonight for the Brew Room Sessions here at Bike Rack. So, yeah, hey, give it up for Kevin. He's going to bring it tonight. Thanks for being here, man.
Okay, so this song is called Go For It. I guess it's a common theme for us. It's just that, we got something we believe in, we're going to go for it. And just another one of those situations in life where this could make or break us. So we better be sure what we're doing and just launch out and go for it. So that's pretty much plain and simple what this one is. So Here we go. Is it me? Is it you? Is it false? Is it true? I gotta know. Is it fate? Is it chance? Destiny or circumstance? I gotta know. Is it wrong? Is it right? Is it black? Is it white? Gotta make up our minds. Do we go or stick it tight? I think we're gonna go for it. Yeah, you and me, we're gonna go for it. We may not have all the answers, but that never stopped us before this. I think we're gonna go for it. Yeah, you and me, we're gonna take a run at it. And all the way we'll be singing, oh, 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 oh. It's a change of the tide. Watch as two worlds collide. It's quite a show. Separate the heart from the mind. Is it wrong if it feels right? Say it ain't so. Make no sudden moves, just wait for the cue. We'll know in time just what we should do. I think we're gonna go for it. Yeah, you and me, we're gonna
never stopped us before this. I think we're gonna go for it. Yeah, you and me, we're gonna take a run at it. And all the way we'll be singing, oh, 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 yeah. Are you going my way? Are you going with me? I know sometimes it gets crazy, but we kinda like it that way. Are you going my way? Are you going with me? Just keep calling me baby, and everything will be okay. Is it wrong? Is it right? Is it black? Is it white? Gotta make up our minds. Do we go or stick it tight? Make no sudden moves, just wait for the cue. We'll know in time just what we should do. I think we're gonna go for it. Yeah, you and me, we're gonna go for it. We may not have all the answers, but that never stopped us before this. I think we're gonna go for it. Yeah, you and me, we're gonna take a run at it. And all the way we'll be singing, oh, oh, oh.